Hello, hello, and welcome to another moon ceremony. Just in case you don't know me, I'm Safrianna Lughna, the queer spirit guide, and this is my heart offering to the world is to join together in these beautiful moments of connecting with the moon and with each other here in this space digitally all across the world so that we can really set some intentions, really connect with ourselves routinely and develop, this inner landscape of our spiritual world. So, welcome in case this is your first time, or welcome back if it is your 50th time. We've been doing these for a while. And as always, feel free to use the chat, say hi, let us know where you're tuning in from, whatever feels on your heart. So we are going into this new moon in Virgo energy right now, and there's a lot I have to say on it. So just in case, let's orient here. The way that these ceremonies work is I'm going to start us off with sort of a collective energy update, which is what I'm noticing, the symbolism, those sorts of things. We'll set some intentions. We will do an energy clearing, and then I will lead a guided meditation activation thing. And then I will draw some cards for the collective. So it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. All you really need is yourself. And if you are a journaler like me, I highly recommend you have a notebook and a pen in case something drops in that you want to write down, or you just want to journal. I'm very pro you writing things down, opening your eyes if you need to jot something down and you're in the middle of meditation. You do you here. That's part of why we really have this format. So no one is sort of in anyone else's space when they're trying to have their own authentic experience here. That's part of what I love about this format. So let's just orient to this energy. I really started to feel this Virgo energy coming in last night. A lot of times when we're in between events, I see it almost like a tunnel between events, right? So the transition between all the zodiac signs, the transition between moon phases, seasons, etc., all these different tunnels. Well, we were moving out of a Leo energy into this Virgo energy, and I could just feel this stretchiness happening. And it was like we were being called to really begin anchoring in a new energy, especially when it comes to how we're showing up in work, how we're showing up in play, how we're treating our bodies. It was just this like, this energy vortex of like, take care of yourself. And if you've heard me talk about this before, I've never really studied the zodiac until pretty recently when I started to do ongoing moon circles. And I wanted to make them a little fresh every time and have new symbolism in. So I was like, I'll look at the zodiac. Uh, Virgo is one of the ones that I knew the least about. And so as I really was doing research into the symbolism of Virgo, it was very interesting to see how Virgo energy is very much what I was starting to feel really coming in with this moon. So Virgo really invites us into the energy of purity, of innocence, of service. And in that service is really the service of the self, of the body, of the earth, the planet. Virgo is this earth sign and is often associated because of literally the Latin. Virgo is the virgin or the maiden. And so I'm like, oh, we could get into all kinds of stuff about that, but what does it really mean to be in maiden energy? What does that virgin energy really mean? And it is this sort of not having a negative ripple effect, sort of having this purity of essence of how we ground down into the body and into the earth, and how we really clean up and purify the energy around us. So as this energy comes in, of course, we're very recently off of Mercury retrograde. And that was a time of really sitting back and revisiting, revising, thinking about things deeply. And now with this Virgo energy, it's like take all of this stuff and integrate it and move forward with it. How do you organize your life, your home life, your physical health? How are you clearing out and letting go of stuff that really doesn't serve you? All of that's coming up here. So, as we get into setting some intentions here, I'm going to just throw out some specific things that you might want to think about. And I have dropped the intention setting statements into the chat. So, you should be able to see that in a comment there. But in the coming weeks, I will, or I'm ready to. What could you set some intentions around when it comes to being decluttered, repurposing things, being more eco friendly, helping others, learning or teaching? How can you care more for your animal companions right now or wildlife around you? How can you really clear things out? So, what are some intentions you might have during this time, whether that be this sort of decluttering, this taking care of your body, taking care of planet Earth or animals? Just take a moment to really sit with what are my intentions for the next 2 weeks, for this moon phase ahead. And as always, you're welcome to share those in the chat if anything comes through. And otherwise, I'm going to write my intentions down as well. So again, you might start with I welcome, I choose to, I'm ready to. Just what are you ready to do, friends? So, really taking some time here to tune into your intentions in this earth sign energy in your body. I'm just going to give you just a few more moments here. And we'll move right into energy clearing. And I really want you, as we get into this energy clearing, to be open to paying attention in particular to any stuck energy in the body, anywhere where, as you think about your intentions, as you think about meeting your dreams, as you think about moving forward in life, where in your body do you notice any stuckness or like clenching or anxiety or anything like that? And I'm going to invite you to be extra gentle with that sensation and to really breathe. So imagine as we're doing this that you're breathing in and you're nourishing that area where you notice any tension, stuckness, etc. And as you exhale, you're sort of blowing it out. You're letting it go. So that's going to be my invitation to you as we clear. And I'm going to be smoke cleansing over here with some cedar. And we're just going to drop into the breath. You do not have to do anything special with your breath here. But I do love to recommend that as you inhale, you call yourself home. As you exhale, you let go of anything that's not yours, that doesn't belong to you. So inhaling, bringing yourself home. Exhaling, letting go of anything. It's not really you. It's not really yours. As you just gently call to mind the intentions that you have here and now, perhaps over the coming week or over the entire coming moon cycle. Just being aware of your intentions and anything that's kind of coming up to block, to pull your attention away. And we're just going to breathe those out. We're going to let those go as gently as we can here. You might sigh it out. And here I'm just clearing on behalf of the collective anything that's willing and ready to let go. Nothing is being cleared or removed that's not truly ready to go. But there's always these little sort of clingers, little clinging energy, even if we've mentally recognized it's not for us. We need to really clear it out. We need to make sure that we're allowing it to go on every level. So just really letting go here, relaxing the shoulders, sighing it out. Anything stuck, stagnant, sticky that's holding you tense in your body, stuck in your body, holding you back from taking deep, nourishing care of yourself, I'm just going to let that go. And I'm going to invite you here to just go into a little bit of shaking if that feels good for you to do so. Just sort of shake the shoulders out, maybe shake the hands, maybe sweep the aura. Just let this energy go. Anything that's holding you back from really actualizing this next level, right? Every time we come into a new moon, I'm really like, we're all leveling up. We're going into this next stage. It's very exciting and it's full of possibility and potential, right? And you get to open new chapters and new levels all the time. So, really playing with that, knowing that as we go into this guided meditation and activation. So, just in case it is your first time joining me for one of my guided meditations, I just like to give a couple of caveats. One, at some point in time, there is a chance I may start to speak in non English language, that is light language. Those sounds and syllables coming through are really just meant to clear out an energy, activate an energy, to bring through a healing transmission from a particular symbol or energy. You can receive it or not receive it. That's all that is. And otherwise, you're allowed to have your eyes open, closed. You can get up and dance. You can be journaling, whatever is right for you as you receive this experience. I never know what we're going to get. We just drop in and we go with it. So here we are, new moon in Virgo. Let's drop in. So just taking a moment to land here and now, present in this moment. And I'm really going to invite you to be with your body here in this moment. Really feeling head to toe this physical body as this temple that your soul and your energy, your essence, your personality all get to call home. So maybe taking a moment here to really acknowledge your body for all that it does for you, how it carries you through life, how, again, it houses the entirety of who you are here on earth. Of course, the soul and the energy is so expansive, but without this body, you would not be having the three-dimensional experiences that you have. You wouldn't be able to put your feet on the earth. You wouldn't be able to pet an animal companion or give a hug to a loved one. So just really seeing if you can offer some gratitude to the body here and now for all that it supports you in. And then we're just going to let that go. And we're going to come back to the breath again. And I'll invite you to use the breath as an anchor. As you begin to drop your conscious awareness, again, whether the eyes are opened or closed, but just to drop your awareness, to drop your feeling, sensing, thinking away from your head, down into your heart space. Imagining you're sinking like a stone from your mind down into your heart. And there in your heart space, just beginning to breathe with a feeling of unconditional love. And so you might have a recent moment with a loved one, an animal companion, a moment in nature that helps you tune into unconditional love. So if you have that, you can anchor into that now. And if no memories come up, you can always just imagine that you're in a sea of puppies and kittens or your favorite animal. Whatever fills your heart with love, compassion, joy. Just breathing in the feeling of unconditional love, knowing I am holding you in that unconditional love as well as we go into this journey together. And each of us will open a portal within our heart space. And as this portal opens, we immediately begin to see a forest scene in front of us. So just allowing this portal to open, expanding, showing you this beautiful forest scene. And when you're ready, you can step through and in, emerging into your own beautiful inner forest. So just taking a moment to come into this space, however you receive this, you might see, you might hear words or sounds, you might sense, whatever, however you know. Just take a look around the forest and see what's here. You might notice if it's daytime or nighttime or twilight. You might notice if you can see the shadow of the moon overhead. Just beginning to take in whatever sensory details of this forest space you can. Really beginning to feel the earth beneath your feet. To allow yourself to come into communion with Mama Gaia, Mother Earth, as you begin to find your way through the forest. Just walking, just wandering, no destination in mind. Just really feeling that sense of connection to the earth as you move through this space. Feeling the connection with Mother Earth as you move through this space. Katayo kushtananea kata kawama kayata. Kashta kiyoma katayo ushtananea kata. Hyakwama kashtu emanaya katayamaka. Just feeling Mother Earth beneath your feet as you walk through the serene forest. Noticing the wind, the breeze, noticing the quality of the air, noticing the sounds underfoot as you walk, noticing the scent of trees, of herbs, just anything that is coming up. You're really taking in these minute details here. And as you walk along, suddenly you are joined by a fox companion. They dart right out from behind a tree to show themselves to you. Take a moment to look at this fox companion, to take in their essence. And they motion somehow, they indicate that you are to follow as they begin to show you a winding path through the forest. And you notice they're walking with purpose, they're walking with conviction, their paws leading them and leading you very delicately over the forest floor. There's nothing to trip on here, there's nothing in your way. The fox is perfectly guiding you as you move forward. They're picking up on all the little details. And as you follow them deeper into the forest, you see ahead a great tree, some sort of knot or hole in the tree that you can tell is some other sort of portal. And the fox leads you right to it and somehow shows you how you can move through into this sort of gnarled tunnel of vines, of roots, as you are funneled through into yet another inner sanctuary, following the fox as you move through this portal, move through this tunnel, to once again emerge somewhere where you can see that nature has actually been damaged. As you emerge on the other side, you see some sort of scar in the earth, and you know at once that you are here with Fox to heal this. So, whatever natural damage you see, you find yourself standing or sitting near it with Fox right there with you. And you know that you are here in your own way to have communion and repair with Mother Earth. And Fox shows you or intuitively lets you know how you can provide some energy to pour into Earth here. Perhaps letting healing pour from your hands or casting light from the sky, pulling energy up from Earth herself. But just take some moments here to root down and connect with the Earth, connect with Fox, and heal. See yourself healing and repairing the scar on the Earth. Seeing your energy, your love, your compassion healing this scar on the Earth. And feeling here as all of us connect with our own Fox spirit and our own little inner sanctuary, how we are all healing the Earth together, how we are all healing each other together, how we are all joining in unity and harmony and love to pour more of that deep compassion, expansion, love into the planet and into all of the living beings. And just feeling gratitude to Fox for showing you how you can pour energy into the planet herself. And as you pour out this healing, healing comes back to you. The scar begins to repair, nature blooming, nature returning to balance. And you feel balance returning to you as well. You feel the way that you connecting with Fox and with the planet is actually pouring right back into you, filling you up with the unconditional love of a planet in balance. You can feel healing energy, light just pouring out from what was wounded before. It's just breathing here, maybe bringing hands to physical heart center or just in your mind's eye, feeling the connection between you and Mother Earth and Fox here, this interconnected web of life, feeling out however you're able to the connection of those joining with you across time and space as you connect through this portal. And just knowing that you are helping restore harmony. You are bringing back balance through this act of self love, through this inner spiritual connection. So remember, it's not all yours to do, and you don't have to do it alone, but seeing the scar repairing completely or as much as it can right now. And then beginning to make the journey back. So just take one last look around in this inner sanctuary. See how much has changed since you emerged with Fox, how much health and healing has returned. And then find your way through that long, brambly tunnel, knowing you're perfectly safe, perfectly protected as you move through. And emerging once again with Fox. As you begin to wind back through your own forest, maybe seeing if anything else here has changed as you wander through. Fox once again inviting you to look at the little details, to see the leaves, to see the sunbeams or the moonbeams or just the black sky, seeing what's on the ground, what's in the trees, just all of these little details to take in as you walk. And as you walk, just really feeling yourself supported by earth energy, supported by the purity of the soul, supported by this planet, this presence, this physicality, feeling supported in this three-dimensional experience, feeling the health that exists and can exist in your body temple. as you wander through, moving back towards the portal of the heart. Just breathing here. Shtatayo kuimana hakanashtarayo komayakta kamakwesta. Snaya huishta kamoya katayanana. Kyak huishti mankayaka huishta. Breathing and being as you walk back, feeling this connection with the earth. And just taking one last look at this fox companion. This fox companion really wants to remind you that you can work with them at any time, that they can help you see the small details, that they can help you do deep healing work, that they can show you pathways through that others might not be able to, that they are cunning and smart and so capable of navigating obstacles, and you are too. So just receiving that as you connect a final time with the fox here in this moment, giving gratitude to the fox, to the earth, to yourself, to the moon. And then just allowing yourself to begin the exit process, stepping back through the portal of the heart, back into the physical body. Taking some breaths here. And if the eyes are closed in your own time and way, just gently beginning to open them and take in the space around you. I love to get a little spine twist in here. I could have sat with my fox for a long time. So take some moments here as you come out and emerge to jot down anything of importance that came up. And I'm going to start shuffling our cards here for a collective reading. But yeah, just anything that came through. And of course, you're always welcome to share if you would like to share. My fox was a delightful little buddy. All right. All right. So I'm going to take a sip of tea here as we jot down anything we observed, and then I will go ahead and read for us. So tonight I am pulling from Angels and Ancestors. This is my buddy Kyle Gray. Love him. So we're going to see who wants to support us. You know, again, I'm getting so much energy from this Virgo moon. There is this freshness here. There's this possibility here that I haven't felt in a while. And it's really just inviting us into entirely new levels. So we get to say yes to that if it is aligned. Okay. All right. They jumped right out. So what I love, first of all, as I just mentioned, huge Kyle Gray fan. He sends out a card via email on his newsletter every Monday, and I pulled the card he sent out today. So it's clearly in the collective cosmic energies right now, but the card of the Lord. And you can see just even looking at this card how much earth energy is really here. This Lord energy, he's here to really remind us of the Lord within. And the Lord within is here to take charge with authority of our own experience and to take charge of really caretaking the planet in a way too. And we see this sort of goat Capricorn energy back here, and we've got these, stag antlers, and there's just this energy of bloom. And of course, here we're going into the season of decline. But there is a blooming that's here. There's a fertile soil that's here with the Virgo moon right now that's really inviting us to plant those seeds of organization and earthiness and embodied energy. So he's really here like, hey, take authority on this and move forward in the way that's healthy for you, in the way that's aligned for you and the planet, your connection to the planet. Ooh, I followed my fox to a giant fallen tree, and rather than putting the tree upright, we grew moss and tiny wildflowers over the uprooted section, not fixing the scar like it never happened, like new skin healing up a scar. That is beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Meg. Yeah, like we don't have to like completely erase the history of things, right? Especially scars, but to make them new, to make them beautiful, to let them thrive with life again, which goes into our next card actually. So funny, we have all this like stag energy here. Stag is literally one of the guides coming up. So stag is telling us it is time to trust and it's time to thrive. And I love this because again, very earthy energy. This is so powerfully and palatably what's like coming through right now is this like it's time to trust. It's time to unhook from the fear paradigm that has just been swirling as of a while, but especially as of late, to anchor into trusting that we have ourselves, that we are holding ourselves, that we are capable of moving forward and living the life that we want to live. And it doesn't have to be by everyone else's design. So trust in yourself, trust in the planet, in the earth, in your body, and thrive. That's really what's coming through here. And then finally is the sun card. And, this is really here to remind us to be happy. I went to lunch with a new friend today and we were talking about the division and just a lot of the suffering that's happening and how we're so quick to hook into the mass amounts of suffering in the world now because we can look it up all the time. When things were on fire before, you really only knew when you could open your door and see that the neighbor across the street's house was on fire and you go and you help them. Now there's houses on fire all around us, but we are so absorbed in the so many houses on fire all over the planet that we get overloaded. We're like, there's nothing I can do because it's so overwhelming. So I really want to remind you that your power is here. Your power is in your body. It's in front of you. It's literally you right here. So you can't be everywhere all at once fixing the world's problems. You can't. How can you meet yourself in more compassion? How can you meet yourself in more joy and more happiness and find success here and let yourself have an impact here that may actually be able to ripple outward and impact more people? But you have to start with that embodiment here. You have to start with shining the light on yourself and giving yourself that healing, trusting in you and your body so you can thrive, and taking charge in your life with authority. That is what is here for us right now. And like I said, this new moon just feels like really grounded, very like, hey, it's time to really pay attention to what is right for us. It's really time to pay attention to what's supportive or not supportive for us and to clear this stuff away so that we can be embodied in our truth. So I hope that this was nourishing for you, an invitation to just like take a nice deep breath, pull yourself all the way back in. Remember that these are touch points for you. These are anchors for you to come in and just connect with yourself, to stay appraised as to what's going on in here, to look at this cosmic symbolism and this collective energy and see where you may fit in with it. If you do, right? You're a sovereign and sacred human being. And I will be back as always for a full moon circle here coming up soon. And it's got a lot of energy with it too, because we've got eclipse stuff coming up. We've just got like some high potent energy. This is a season of change. This is a season of um, liberation is really what's coming through. So if this is supportive for you and you have the means and desire to do so, you're welcome to go to safrianna.com/donate and chip in a few dollars for this experience. If you want to be notified about these ceremonies, you can go to safrianna.com/moon and get signed up. But regardless, I am so grateful for you joining me in this, and we'll be back in another 2 weeks to keep it going, keep these touch points going. So go put your feet on the earth tonight if you can. Breathe deep. Remember, we're going into this new moon phase. You might not be able to see Mama Moon, but she's there. And just know that you are held, supported in unconditional love, that I'm always cheering you on. And I'll see you again soon, my beloved.